Hey, what's up, y'all? I know it's been a minute. I know a couple of people have been asking about me, but I really didn't want to do a video or make a post about this fight in the build up to this fight. For the simple fact of the matter, I knew there was going to be 1,018,000,000 people making all kinds of breakdowns of the fight and this, that, and the third. And, I just didn't want to waste my time with it. I think everybody knew where I stood on this fight. I always said since the first thought of the fight that I had Floyd Mayweather winning this fight by outboxing Manny Pacquiao 8 rounds to 4. I even broke down a couple of times how I felt that it was going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. He used his reach, he used his height, he outboxed Manny Pacquiao. He was always the superior, smarter boxer, and it showed. It clearly showed. So as far as like this fight in general, it showed me nothing new. It showed me nothing that I didn't already know, and it's over. What else do you want this man to do? This man has just shown you all that he is the best of this era. He's beaten the guy that many consider to be his probably Achilles heel by throwing the way he throws so many punches. He comes from so many angles. He nullified everything Manny Pacquiao would do. Excuse me. And not only did he nullify it, it was known that he was going to nullify it. The one thing Floyd Mayweather does better than anybody in boxing today is he takes away your best weapon. Whatever it is. Yeah, he got caught with the left maybe 3 times clean that I seen in the fight. But other than that, Manny Pacquiao, he rendered Manny Pacquiao ineffective the entire fight. That was master boxing. That was masterclass boxing that we seen last Saturday night. And what else is there to say, man? If Floyd Mayweather were to retire today, his legacy is complete to me. He has nothing else to prove. Nothing else to prove at all. Now, this video is basically on the fallout of it. But before I even get into that, let me state something. Not too long ago, I made a video about boxing and boxing media. I was absolutely disgusted by some of the things I seen on ESPN, CBS Sports, Fox Sports News. I mean, they basically slandered this man in public. Bringing up issues this man had 4 or 5 years ago. Who the fuck out there doesn't have some kind of issue that they had years ago? Who the fuck out there hasn't done something that would be morally wrong? Who the fuck out there hasn't done anything, period? Some of the same people that tossing salt at Floyd Mayweather has done some pretty shady shit, especially Michelle Beadle. When I heard that her and Rachel Nichols were basically, didn't have the credentials to get into the fight, I was absolutely happy about it. For the simple fact of the matter, I remember some of the things that Michelle Beadle has said about black athletes. Let me clarify this. Let me this one statement that she said, I think it was Tiger Woods, calling Tiger Woods a loser for life on live national television. This was back in, I want to say, 09, 2010 time frame. And that stuck with me. I'm like, huh? And she pulled some snake shit with Chad Johnson one time. I remember she did an interview with Chad Johnson in the back of a limousine. She acted, and I really emphasize the word acted, all friendly and this, that, and the third. And next thing you know, Chad's going through his issues. Oh, she tosses 1,018,000,000 swords in that man's back. The criticism this is the thing about ESPN I don't understand. The criticism that she gave LeBron James for leaving Cleveland to Miami was like swept under the rug. Swept under the rug. Said it on national television. Let Dan Le Batard write an article about LeBron leaving Miami back to Cleveland. He gets suspended. What type of shit is that? Getting her co-workers suspended for sharing views that are true. This goes out to any female that is watching this video. I'm pretty much sure you all have common sense to know that if you are in a situation with a guy, especially a guy whether he's upset or not, you're not going to put yourself in a situation, if you had any common sense, that would make that situation turn volatile. That's all Stephen A was saying. Don't do things that would make somebody put their hands on you. That's all Stephen A basically said. And that's common sense. That goes for men and women. Don't ever put yourself in a situation that will make somebody do something to you. That's all he basically said. And he was suspended for it because of Michelle Beadle. If that wasn't a lack of professionalism, I mean, I'm going to make a whole nother video about the media leading up to this fight. And it's going to be part 2 of my first media video. But this is why I use the YTBC. This is why I subscribe to the people that I subscribe to. Yes, we all have our opinions and biases, but it's not like the national conglomerate that is ESPN, Fox. We all can share our own opinions. Whether we agree or disagree, we know that what nature they're coming from, and they're coming from the sports nature. We don't really talk too much about their outside lives because we don't care about what they do outside of the ring as much as we care about what they do on the inside of the ring. That's what I want to know. I want to know what happens on the court. I want to know what happens on the football field, and I want to know what happens in the boxing ring. Break that down. Now, the fallout from this fight, I've been seeing Floyd Mayweather. He's a runner. He's a this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. You fools are fucking casuals. Floyd Mayweather didn't do anything special this fight. Floyd Mayweather fought the fight that he's always been fighting against numerous opponents. Numerous opponents. He didn't run. He stood right there in front of Manny. He just used his height, his reach advantage, his lateral quickness. He kept Manny at the end of his stick and shot that right hand. He gave Manny something to think about before he came in with those flurries. That's all it was. This was boxing 101. He painted Picasso with Manny Pacquiao. That's all it was. The reason he's getting so much backlash, let's just face it. He's a rich, arrogant black male, and we all know how the public and the media love those kind of guys. And he's going to get scrutinized. He knows he's going to get scrutinized. He knew he was in a lose-lose situation. Well, win-lose situation. He can win the fight. He still was going to lose. He was going to lose. He's going to lose even worse. But I'm glad he won the fight. I'm glad he won the fight. Because to me, this was 2 middle fingers to the media. So all the people that shitted on him before the fight, this is the big fuck you. This is the biggest fuck you he can give them by winning the fight with ease. And I'm glad he won the fight. Now, because of this, people are going to try to downplay his legacy. You know, I seen a video about a brother of blood boxing, which I enjoyed, and I agree with his points. I agree. There's nothing that blood can say that you can't agree with. You know, I ain't going to say you can't agree with. Those were his opinions, but there was nothing that wasn't truthful about what he said. I'm going to put it like that. There was nothing truthful about what the brother blood said. You know, whether you agree with it, I agree with a lot that he said. I just have a different dynamic, a different viewpoint of it. You know, I think Floyd Mayweather's legacy is going to be a great one after he retires. After he retires, for the simple fact of the matter, just by him being the best, known that he's the best of this era. Now being the best of this era, that puts you in high regard. That's rare air in the sport of boxing, if you ask me. Being the absolute best of your era. No question. No debate. There's no debate that Floyd Mayweather is the best of his era. That's rare air. That's a title that's saved for maybe one fighter each era. You know, that's rare air right there. So to not have him high on your all-time greatest list, I mean, to me, it's debatable. I can't agree nor disagree with you, you know. But in my opinion, that puts him pretty high on like my all-time greats list. For the simple fact of the matter, he is without question the best of his era. The main person that people wanted him to challenge, that was arguably the best of his era, he defeated him with ease. He showed his greatness. And the fallout from this is going to be that. Where will Manny Pacquiao's win, well, Floyd Mayweather's win over Manny Pacquiao, put him amongst the greats? I'll holler at the next.